Hello, guys. It's Allie and I haven't seen you in a really long time, and I've missed you. I've missed making videos. I've been out for the count with pneumonia since the beginning of June. It's been crazy. My whole journey started just days after my kids got out of school, and then my kids just got back into school just now. And so that has been crazy the entire month, the entire summer. I've just been sitting in an armchair and feeling awful because that is how pneumonia works. But I'm finally like getting it together again. And that whole story is very crazy, but that's not why I wanted to make a video today. Today, I wanted to make a video about my birthday, which is coming up. My birthday is on Sunday. And for the past couple of weeks, I've had a lot of weird feelings about it. And I don't know, it might sound kind of like stupid, but I was feeling a lot of stress about what I want for my birthday. And I've been afraid to let people know that my birthday was coming up because I didn't want anybody to feel pressured to get me something or anything like that. And so anyway, last night I had a vision of what I want for my birthday, and you're hopefully going to like it. Maybe we're going to see. But I decided that for my birthday, I want for myself to rewrite 100 of my childhood memories. Okay. But what I want from you is for you to try rewriting some memories too. I thought it would be really amazing if you guys came along for the journey too, and if we all took this week to rewrite some core memories. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So you list out all of the memories that you have about money, and then you go down the list and you take one memory at a time, and you write it out, or just like think through it really vividly in your mind, and you remember everything that happened, and you feel the feelings of that time. Like you kind of imagine that you're in a time machine and you feel the feelings of that time. You feel them, and you have kind of two options. You can either feel them until they're done being felt, and just do it strictly through your feelings. That might take a little while. Or you can go in and feel them. And when you're ready, what I do is I will scribble, and I'll link my like scribbling instructions down there. But you just take all the energy of the feeling and channel it through your hand, or maybe channel is a bad word, but like you just flow it through, and then you just scribble it, and your hand will kind of take on a life of its own. And when you're done, it'll create this natural open circle, on top of itself. And if you try to scribble, it'll just naturally come back and make this oval shape. And so that's how you know that you've cleared the emotional stuff involved. So you can do that. You feel the feelings until you like really feel them in your body, and then you can just like scribble them out. You can tab them out and take deep breaths and shift them out that way. You can go from closing your eyes to open your eyes and like blink, 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 and look around the room. And blinking is really interesting because it is one of the few things, along with breath, that actually links the conscious and the subconscious mind, where you blink unconsciously, just like you breathe unconsciously. No one has to tell you to blink. You're going to blink on your own because your body knows you have to. But you can also blink on purpose. And so when you blink on purpose like that, it can help rewire your subconscious mind. So what you're going to do is you take your memory, you feel the feelings of it, and then you either feel them to completion until it feels neutral. And that's the deal with all feelings. If you have a big feeling, you just need to feel it all the way until it flows out of your body. When it flows out of your body, then you feel neutral about it. Or you can take these big feelings and you can shift them by speeding up the process through things like scribbling, through things like blinking it out. You can like dance it out, because scribbling is really just what's called a kinesthetic transmutation of energy. You're taking energy and then shifting it out through movement. So you're going to move the memory, the feelings involved with the memory, and then you rewrite a new memory. Okay, so as an example, I got out this little spiral notebook left over from the first day of school. All my kids got theirs, and now I have mine. So my brand new spiral notebook, page 1, is for my goal of rewiring 100 memories before my birthday on Sunday. And so I have a bunch of things in here. I had like a very horrible conversation with the worst boss in the world when I was 20 years old. And so I wrote that in here, and I went back in time and imagined that conversation, and felt my feelings about it, and then kind of like shook them out and took my deep breaths until when I went back in time to that conversation, it felt very neutral. And then what I did was I rewrote the story. Okay. And so I actually didn't on my piece of paper here, but I did in my mind. Okay. And so in my mind, I went back, and instead of that conversation that was so horrible, we just had like a good conversation. Actually, to be honest, I was like, I'd never even worked there at all. And I just imagined that my life story went like beep and just like skipped that entire work experience, you know? And I imagined that a couple of times until it felt like as or more real than the real memory. And again, I've done this with money memories in the past, but it was just yesterday that I thought, I think it would be good for me to just sit down and do this for everything I got. Let's find 100 things in my past that would benefit from a good rewrite. And so that's how to do it. And I wanted to invite you guys to do it with me. And I thought that this would be fun, which is I made a list of things for every day of the week. So today I said mother, Tuesday father, Wednesday siblings, Thursday schooling, Friday money, Saturday romance, and Sunday spirituality. And so those are kind of like the overall prompts that no one has to follow, but if they want to, they can, just to like get their ideas spinning. So like today's Monday, so we would work on just rewriting one memory involving a maternal figure. And so, and you don't have to stop at one. You can do as many as you want. But I wanted to invite you to just do one, because just doing one doesn't have to take long. And I do invite you to start with something small. Okay, something small. As opposed to like something horrific. Like if you have like a history of massive abuse, like don't work on all of the abuse at once. Like work on one tiny experience from one single day. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I just want to invite you to do like one memory involving your mother or a maternal figure in your life, or even yourself as a mother. Just anything. If I say the word mother, what comes into your mind? What memories come up? What specific memories come up? And I invite you to write them down, even if you just write down like a very brief description of it. Okay. And not the whole story. But then you're going to feel the memory. You're going to shift it by, breathing through it until all the feelings are out of your system, or you can scribble them out. Again, you can like take your deep breaths and breathe, and you can try blinking around the room. You can dance. You can do lots of different things, and you can ask your own self, what should I do to help shift this old pattern of memory? And then after you go back in time and it feels emptier and clearer and non-triggery and very neutral, then you're going to go through and make a new story. Okay, so this can be like a really powerful experience. And so years ago, I did this for money. And one of the things that I worked on was the feeling that there just never was enough money, you know? And so I pulled up some memories of times that I was the little whiny kid at the store. Can I get this? Can I get this? And the thing was, no, we can't afford it. And so I wrote down, we can't afford it. And I went back in time and felt the feelings of we can't afford it, and the disappointment and the sorrow and all of those kinds of feelings that happen when you're 8 years old and you just really want a new deck of Pokemon cards that you just can't afford, And I felt the feelings. I worked through them until they felt neutral. And then I went through and wrote a new story. Back then I did do it entirely by hand. And I wrote the new story of, when I went to the store, I was able to afford everything that I wanted. And so I got to learn to be selective about how I spent my money, not out of force and not because there were no other options, but because that was the wise thing to do, So anyway, I wanted to invite you guys to rewrite your memories with me this week. And I'm going to make a little section about it in my Facebook group, Intuitive Healing with Allie Duzette. And so if you go in there, I will have a post there where you can just mark if you've done it today or not. And I thought it would be really fun to like take a big count on my birthday and see how many memories that we transformed over the week. Because this can be a really healing thing. And I love this because this is something that I can't do for you. In the sessions at allieduzetclasses.com, we do a lot of shifting work that is very symbolic, and it does rewrite stories, and I intentionally write everything so that it does rewrite people's memories. But I have to do it in a very symbolic way because there's hundreds of people taking these things, and we don't all share the exact same memories. But this is something that you can do for yourself that I cannot do for you. Like, at least not at scale. You know, on a personal session, I could do this for you, but I don't have time to give every single person a personal session anymore. And so I'm just really excited for you to sit down and do that inner work of rewriting some memories this week. And then I really want to hear your experiences with it. And my dearest goal would be for 1,000 memories from other people to be shifted over this week because of me asking for it. That would be like the greatest birthday present that I could imagine. So I wanted to throw that out there and put it on your radar and see how you thought about it. And then I'm thinking I might make some little videos to go along with each theme for the day if I have the energy to do that. Oh, hello. Here's my assistant again. But I wanted to put that on your radar. You don't have to do it, but if you want to, now you know how, and I will deeply love hearing about your experiences shifting your memories like this. Remember to start with small ones and specific ones. And report back in the Facebook group if you want to. I would love to hear about it. And thank you guys for being here. I think that you are so amazing. I hope you have the best day.